Very warm welcome to Storage Area Network Module 4. I am Lokesh MR, Professor in Computer Science and Engineering. I am handling this subject along with Professor Amrut, Information Science and Engineering. So last few sessions we have discussed about cloud computing infrastructures management. Okay. So this is the fourth module. These sessions will be discussing on the fourth module. The first module discuss about the overview of storage area network, and the second module is discussed about the infrastructures used in the storage area network, and the third module is discussed about the management activities to perform the business continuity in the storage area networks, starting with redundant of data and till the migrations of the data, like that. Till that we have discussed. In today we are discussing about the session 4. This session 4 will talks about how do we facilitate the storage area networks in terms of service oriented forms. Okay, in these sessions we are discussing about cloud computing. So everyone are knowing what do you mean by cloud computing and all. It is a hot topic which we are discussing in today's environments. People are not talking about the cloud storage area network, but basically we have a storage area network only. We use the services enabled services of the storage area networks as a cloud computing network. That means we use as a service of a cloud computing, but actually we have a cloud at the lower end. We communicate with the host machine as well as the data centers only, along with the network infrastructures. That is nothing but a storage area network only. We are using storage area network only, but the services we are accessing from the storage area network in terms of cloud computing. So that services will be having certain special characteristics. Okay, special characteristics. Those special characteristics we are discussing. Along with that, we are discussing about the benefits of using the cloud computing infrastructures in the storage area network. The module 4 discuss about cloud computing characteristics and benefits. Okay, so not only that, today discussions will be starting with overview summary of the syllabus which is fixed for the fourth module, and then I'll start with defining what do you mean by cloud computing. Okay, and then I'll define the cloud computing will enables the network storage area network infrastructures. So what are the enabled technologies? Cloud computing enabled technologies will be used for increasing the performance of storage area network, that we will discuss. Along with that, some basic characteristics of storage area networks will be analyzed today. Along with that, we understand the benefits of using the storage area networks is being discussed. Okay, so the first point of our objective of our class, we need to analyze the overview of chapter 4. So we will start with the concept of business drive. So we will start with the concept of business drive definitions. Okay, business drive definitions means, like we have discussed in first 3 sessions regarding how actually the cloud the storage area networks is being developed. Okay, along with the network infrastructures, and how do we manage those storage area networks so that the services will be provided for the end users 24/7, like that we have discussed. So now, how optimally we provide a services to the end users. Okay, that means on demand basis we provide the services to the end users. We are not providing the services to all the users, depends upon the business drives. Okay, so it will focuses on business drives. Okay, it will focuses on business drivers and then the services will be provided. Okay. So to perform such type of operations, we need to overcome some definitions. So the definitions are something like we are using a cloud computing. Okay, so we define what do you mean by cloud computing, like that. Okay, we will discuss about what do you mean by cloud and what do you mean by computing. So there is a lot of differences between computing. The computing means it's not only computing operations in terms of storage area networks. So we use all the resources starting from the virtualized machines. Since we virtualize the machines in the form of thin pad and thick pad, like that, not only we virtualize the physical machines, we also virtualize the network infrastructures we are using it. And not only network infrastructures, we use a disk arrays also will be virtualized. That means cloud computing can be defined with the different services, infrastructure as a services and host as a services, okay, as well as computing as a services, like that. Depends upon the requirements of the end users, we provide a services. So the cloud computings will be providing a services, like that. For each definitions will be defined. So and we discuss some essential characteristics regarding the cloud computing services. We discuss about the essential characteristics of cloud computings, and also we discuss different phases of journey come across when we make our infrastructures to be used optimally. Okay, optimally. We discuss different versions of cloud occurs. Now actually almost every business providers will be working on the cloud based storage area networks, cloud based storage area networks. That means only the required services will be provided for the required host machines. They are not providing all the infrastructure, only required services will be provided. So that means it's have a different stages of phases of providing the services that we will discuss. All these type of operations is done with respect to the business drives. Okay, so depends upon the business drives, the cloud computing is being developed. Okay, so depends upon the specific purposes, the cloud computing will be generated. And when we perform such type of operations, that means normal classical data centers, has been converted to cloud computing infrastructures. What are the process has been followed to convert our normal classic data centers to the cloud computing infrastructure, that we will discuss. Along with the services it is being provided. What are the services it is being provided, and also how do we deploy it? Okay, what are the different modes of deploying our services, deploying of cloud computing services, that we will discuss in this module. Along with that, finally we come across with developing of cloud infrastructure, how the cloud infrastructures will be looking off, and what are the component has been used for developing a data center. Classical data centers is been converted into a cloud center components. Those will be discussed. Along with that, we discuss about cloud migrations. So how do we do the migrations of operations? Migrations means we are just transferring the content from data centers to the cloud computing, how the migrations took place from the data centers to the cloud computing services. Actually, the cloud computing is a services. It is a enabling services. It's a enabling services provided to the existing storage area network, as I told. Okay, these are the things which we are coming across in the module 4. Now let us discuss the each concepts individually. As I was telling that the main purpose of this module is to understand what are the enabling technologies has been adopted in the enhancing the features of enhancing the features of storage area networks. We use a concept called cloud computing model. Cloud computing, okay, it can be is a model. Actually it is a model. So model means it is not actual things. Okay, we are having a storage area infrastructures. We adopt some of the technologies, enabling technologies, to make our storage area networks performance in an utilization of storage area network in an optimized ways. Okay, we are embedding few concepts, something like ubiquitous computing. So ubiquitous means wherever we go, the services will be provided at the places. That means the services of a storage area networks needs to provide at a remote places also, not in a specified. That means if you are working in the company, then only the data needs to be provided. It is not like that. Even if you are in a home also, the company resources needs to be provided along with the secured fashions. Okay, or if you are traveling from one places to the another places, you need to provide a services. Okay, and the services which they are providing should be in a convenient fashion. Okay, convenient fashion means all the data will not be provided, only the required informations will be provided with the convenient fashions, and all the data which is providing should be in the form of on demand. Okay, so all these type of operations is being provided by using something called network access. Okay, by using something called network access. Okay, so we have a pool of configurable computing resources. So those configurable pooling resources are being shared. Okay, are being shared along with the network access, to make our storage area networks in a service-based fashions. Configurations, computing resources will be shared. Computing resources will be shared along with the network access. So computing resources are something like networks. As I was telling that we are using a computer networks to interact with the data center as well as the cloud computing. Even the network infrastructures, if you want to deploy a network infrastructures, it costs more. Instead of that, we are renting the network infrastructures by the service providers. For example, our Airtel person has been provided the infrastructures. We are renting the Airtel services. Similarly, Jio services is been provided the network infrastructures. We are providing the network services from the Jio. Like that, we are providing a services network infrastructure as a services to perform a communications between the host machine as well as a data centers. Not only the configurable resources is network infrastructures, even our servers, okay, servers, instead of deploying a servers, we rented the servers also for storing our information in one place, and the stored information needs to be transferred to the storage applications, okay, storage data. So even the storages also can be rented, depends upon that means providing the services by using a enabling technologies, okay. So and even all these properties, either the network, servers and the storages needs to perform some management activities, okay, needs to perform some management activities. These management activities also been provided, also been given as services to the cloud computings, okay. So the people, the host machine just only needs to perform a needs to register this ID for and requesting the required resource, configurable resources for them to provide the services, including the management activities of our data will be taken care by the cloud computings to perform such type of operations. That means to provide a enabling technologies, like ubiquitous technologies, and in a convenient way the data needs to be transmitted, and with the on demand only the required resources only needs to be provided, so that the cost which we are investing to the accessing the data centers will be reduced. All these types of things can be done by using some enabling technologies, something like grid computing, utility computing, virtualizations and service oriented architectures like that. That means, so we interact with different technologies, okay, enabling technologies to make our services to be a ubiquitous, convenient and on demand. Now let us analyze how actually what are the enabling technologies has been used for making our storage area network as a cloud computing storage area networks. Now let us discuss about cloud enabling technologies. Okay, these cloud enabled technologies is being done, okay, by using a concept called grid computing. These are the one technology which been used to make our storage area network as a cloud computing based networks. So what do you mean by grid computing? Grid computing is a form of distributed computing that enables the resources to numerous heterogeneous computing, okay. So in a storage area networks we are not using only the homogeneous networks, we are using a heterogeneous networks, and all these heterogeneous networks needs to be gridded, okay. Gridded means combining in one places and it should be managed, okay. It's not only that, grid computings will be integrating all the heterogeneous computings. It also performs a parallel computings for distributing a large quantity of workloads which is being formulated by the host machines, okay. The second type of enabling technology we are using is utility computing, okay. Utility computings, okay. In utility computings we provide a service, it is a service provisional model. Provisional models depends upon the utilization of the resources, computing resources, either it may be a networking, or it may be a server, or it may be your storage area, okay, or RAID, okay. disks. Okay, all these resources, computing resources, will be providing depends upon the services needed by the customers. Okay, services needed by the customers, and the customers who have utilized the particular resources only been charges. Okay, only for that purpose only the charges has been done. Okay, such type of things is been done by using a technology called utility computings. Only utilized resources will be charged, that will be done. Okay, and next type of enabling technology is virtualization. So this we people are coming across with all the things. This is the most important and widely used enabling technology for performing a virtualizations. Not only we are virtualizing our machines, okay, or our Windows operating systems, we are also virtualizing the all physical IT resources which is used in the storage area networks. Okay, and it will be viewed how many resources has been virtualized, and also some management activities also will be done. That means providing the services to the other end users, like that. So even we can perform some flexibility operations. Flexibility in the sense that in some cases we need to provide a non-virtualized environment itself. At that cases we are providing the cloud computings will provide the actual physical infrastructures also. In some cases, instead of having a physical infrastructures, we provide only the virtualized environment. Okay, virtualized environment, even that also can be provided. So totally, if you want to perform a resource optimal resource utilization and delivering of resources efficiently to any number of users, will be provided by using a concept called virtualization. These virtualization concepts is not only used for the host virtualization, even network virtualizations can also be done. Even the storage virtualization can also be done for increasing the performance of providing the services to the end users. That is one thing. The next technology which will be used is service oriented architectures. So this is a whenever we are developing any model, okay, or any applications, first we need to look all the content, okay, in the form of architecture fashion. Architecture fashion in the sense that we need to identify set of services that is being used for setting a system. Okay, that means it should contain a host machines, and host machines should provide some particular services, and similarly these host machines needs to connecting to the particular disks, storage arrays. These storage arrays should provide a particular services, set of services, and to communicate between the host machine as well as the data centers, we need a intermediate network devices. These intermediate network devices should provide a services for the communications between the host machines as well as the data centers. Like that, we need to design a service oriented architectures, okay, before deploying the modules. Okay, service oriented architectures, all our storage area networks should should be converted into a cloud computing by using a concept called service oriented architectures, where it provides a set of services that communicate between each others. These services will be working together to perform an active and simple way of communication the data among a different services. This is how these are the 4 different enabling technologies makes our traditional storage area network into a cloud computing based storage area networks. Now let us understand what is the characteristics of storage cloud computing. What is the characteristics of cloud computings? So if I am telling that I am using the cloud computing, I am using a cloud computing. So what are the characteristics, or what are the properties of cloud computing? That is the meaning of characteristics, identifying the characteristics of cloud computing. So the characteristics of cloud computing depends upon the computing infrastructures which they are used it. Okay, we generally call it as it's a cloud services. So cloud services means like cloud services should have some properties. That means it should have a property of on demand self services, all demand self services. So only the demanded services needs to be provided, okay, needs to be provided within the specified time. Okay, it's not only the services will be provided to the specified time, even the storage, network storages also will be done with the specified time. So all these operations like on demand services needs to perform in a self services fashion. Self services fashion in the sense that it should be done in the form of automatic fashions. Automatic fashion in the sense that no human interventions should be there whenever the services is providing from the service providers. Some softwares need to be deployed in each stages to provide the services. Such type of characteristics, okay, such type of characteristics we call it as a cloud computing. So such type of characteristics we call it as a cloud computing. Second type of properties we identify, we can say that it's a cloud computing is broadcast network access. Okay, broad access network. Okay, broad access networks. If we are accessing the capability of availability of the accessing the infrastructures for a heterogeneous fashions. Heterogeneous fashions in the sense that whether we are using a mobile phone, or whether we are using a tablet phone, or whether we are using a laptop, or whether we are using a heterogeneous workstations, whatever it may be. So it needs to access for all the services. So that means whenever I am, for example, if we are accessing a Google Cloud, that Google Cloud can be accessed from your mobiles also, from your tabs also, and from laptop also, and workstations also. There is a difference. I was telling that. I am telling that mobile, tablet and laptop and workstations. So mobile will be having a limited resources, okay, for accessing the services. In some higher end services cannot be accessed through the limited resources like less memory and less processing speed and all. So workstation will be having higher processing speed and more inbuilt memories like that. So whatever it may be, okay, whether you are accessing through a mobile or whether you are accessing the services through the workstations, but it has to provide the services. Such type of properties is called is being incorporated in the cloud computing. That means we are considering a heterogeneous thin and thick client platforms. Thin and thick client platforms. Thin means like we are using a mobile phone as a services for accessing the cloud computing like that. So the third properties of cloud computing characteristics is resource pooling. Okay, resource pooling means there is a multiple consumers are available. These multiple consumers are using multi-tenant models. Multi-tenant models means it may uses sometimes a different physical infrastructures. It may uses a virtual resources, whether it will be assigning a physical machines, or sometimes it will be assigning a virtual machines. Whatever the infrastructure where they have used, whether they are using a physical infrastructure or whether they are using a virtual infrastructures, whatever the infrastructure they are used, but those infrastructure has to provide by the users. Multiple resources infrastructures needs to be provided. Such type of infrastructure is called as a cloud characteristics, cloud computing characteristics. Okay, so if I am telling that this is a computing devices, we need to have a cloud computing. So these are the properties should be there. Okay, something like it should have a broad access and it should have a resource pool like that, and then we need to have something called rapid elasticity. I will tell you what do you mean by rapid elasticity. Rapid elasticity means like whether we are providing some of the person needs, sometimes some 100 number of the people are accessing the resources, so it needs to provide the same services. If 10% is 10% 10 people are accessing the resources, so for 10 people also it needs to same scale or same services. If immediately around 1000 people are accessing the resources, it has to increases its services to the 1000 number of people to provide the services. Like that, some capability of providing a services automatically to scale up their services from down to up. Okay, such type of characteristics is called as cloud computing characteristics. Next, we have something called, it should be a measurable services. Whatever the resources which we are using, okay, that resources needs to be in the form of on demand, and all the things should be automatically measured, and it should be a controlled. Okay, and the measured will be in terms of optimized way. Okay, all the resources needs to be optimally measured. Okay, and optical measures will be given. Okay, for example, storages needs to be how many number of storages has been utilized at the particular time. For that, what is the cost? Okay, and similarly, what is the processing speed needs to access the particular services. The processing speed also should be in the measurement, and even the bandwidth utilizations for the accessing of particular resources needs to be measured, and how many number of people who are accessing the particular resources, everything should be in the form of measurement fashions. Okay, such type of properties are characteristics is called as a cloud computing. If I am telling that it is a storage area network along with enabling technology of cloud computings, we need to identify whether that cloud storage area networks is providing a on demand self services or not, whether it is having a capability of broadcast accessing networking or not, whether it is providing the resource pooling or not. That means for many infrastructure, whether it is accessing or not, whether it can be increases to the scalability or not, whether every resources which been utilized is being in the form of an account of measuring or not. All these properties is available, means then that storage area network is enabled to the cloud computing characteristics. Now let us analyze what is the benefits of providing the cloud computing services to the storage area networks. Okay, now let us analyze what are the benefits. What are the benefits of cloud computing properties, enabling properties for the storage area networks. The first one is we are reducing the cost of IT infrastructures. We are reducing the IT cost. Okay, so what do you mean by IT cost? IT cost may be purchasing the infrastructures which we need to provide to install the storage area network, and we need to provide. So we are just paying the paying only for the resource utilization only. We are not paying for all the infrastructure. Instead of deploying the our own infrastructures, we are just renting it. Okay, all the things, even starting from the thin pad and the network infrastructures and the storage infrastructures, all will be rented. Okay, and only the pay per use concepts will be done. So those renting will be done by using something called with the subscriber prices. Okay, subscriber who are providing a services needs to has been fixed, only those services will be utilized. So the benefits of using the cloud computing concepts or enable technology in the storage area networks is reducing the IT cost. The second one is business agility. Okay, business agility means, like, you know that the word agility is used for providing the allocations. Okay, sometimes only the required resources will be allocated as and when the needs of services. When the services is not needed, those things will be deallocated. Okay, and even the deallocated resources can be utilized by the other things. That is one thing. And sometimes we know that the technology has been widely changing and increasing for new technology improvements and all. If they need a new upgradation softwares, immediately that upgradation softwares will be incorporated in the cloud computing environments. So that depends upon the market demand and the required time, the access will be changed, so that we can adapt the our businesses depends upon the requirements on the demands of the markets. Okay, the third one is by using a flexible scaling. So you know that as I was giving the example of using the computing for 10 computers, the resources will be provided, and the same resources, if 100% comes, then the demands of resources needs to be increases. So we need to scale up the resources. Similarly, one time the host machines needs only 2 services, then we need to scale out. Okay, that means we need to come out from the 100 services to the 10 raw services. Like that, flexibility in providing the services on demand will be provided by using a cloud computing, so that only the paid and used will be there. We can, it's not only that, we can provide unlimited services. If they ask 10,000 services, immediately it can be provided. So, and the fourth one is it's having the high availability. High availability means 24/7 the resources will be available by using a different policies, something like having a redundant databases and all like that. So we cloud computings will be having a capability of ensuring the resources availability at different levels, depends upon the customer policies as well as a priority, depends upon the customer requirements and customer priority and customer policies. The availability will be provided. So these are the benefits if we are developing our storage area networks along with the cloud computings. So today I'll stop the discussions today. As we have planned, we will be discussing only till benefits of cloud computings. Today we have discussed about the overview of module 4, and we discussed about the enabling technology of, which is nothing but enabling technologies to make our storage area networks as a cloud computing, and we understood the properties or the characteristics of cloud computing, and we understood the benefits of cloud computings and other things. Thank you so much.